So they come back with Hope and Arthur, and Hope's family grilled Arthur. Like, Arthur was upset. He was like, when it comes to my family, I defend Hope, but when it comes to her family, I expected her to do the same. And I'm like, she was just in there quiet, just looking like, I'm like, is she gonna speak? I mean, she did one time say, like, let's change the subject. She did one time. She was like, I didn't like how the beginning started. That's it. But her grandparents were really nice. But her grandpa was a correction officer. But he did, tell him that, he can do it as long as he put his mind to it as being a designer. He can be anything he want to be if he wants to change his life and put the focus towards it. But don't be trying to get over no BS because he didn't seem it all. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay. And Arthur appreciated like the support, you know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, grandpa, like the grandparents was kind of like supportive. The sisters was like grilling, like it was like, okay, well, I heard about you and I heard it wasn't good and what's going on and how are you supporting my sister because we know you ain't got no job and are you looking out for you because we heard that you had a mental breakdown the other day. So what's going to be going on in 2 months if you feel like that you haven't got a job by then? Are you going to have another mental breakdown? Like they was going in on him. I'm like, dang. And Hope was just sitting over there grabbing Arthur's hand. I'm like, I cannot. But I am glad in the end the grandparents were supportive and he was like, I'm gonna prove to you guys that, I know you guys don't think that I'm worthy and stuff like that. And they was like, don't prove to us, prove to yourself. Prove to yourself. We gonna be okay whether you are or not. So you need to make sure you good. We want you to be good. Like, do it for yourself. I'm gonna be proud if you made a goal for yourself and made it. I'm like, look at the sisters coming through at the end. Because I guess the sisters was in like criminal justice school and stuff too. So I'm like, Hope ain't tell us none of that about her family. She just been keeping it on the low low. But yeah. Then they went over to Julian and Christine getting ready for her comedy night, her show. And she, I think it's at the place where she worked. I don't know, it's not. It's at some bar. And her friends are meeting her there. But Julian, she don't know if he's gonna go, so she left one of her like flyers that she made by hand on the mirror and wrote him a like letter and lipstick basically on the mirror. And she was like, this is the first time that he's really like disappointed her. You know what I mean? So, but she just moving on with her life. You know what I mean? She following her dreams. He better keep up with her. I'm like, you better. And then she gets there and she starts getting nervous, like right before she got to go on. And she asks her friends for a shot. And they like, are you allowed to have a shot? Like, is that legal on the paper? And she like, yeah, technically, no, I'm not allowed on papers, but I'm gonna just have one. I'm just have one. And I'm like, it always starts with a one. But okay, then it was like, it's time for Chrissy 50. And then it went to commercial. So it's like, oh, okay. So they come back with Zariah and Troy. I think her name might be Zaria because they keep calling her Zaria. So if I'm saying it wrong, my apologies. But I guess it's like the next day, and they finally decide to like go to see his daughter because he's been waiting since she's been 7 months and she's 7 years old. So he's been waiting quite a while to see his child, and Troy basically got on there and told us like now that he's out, he really wants to be like the best father ever, and he missed the first 7 years of his kid's life, and that's something that you can't get back. And how he's excited but nervous to see his daughter. Like he was bawling, like crying. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I hope, you know what I mean? I hope he gets to be a part of his daughter's life for real. Like I'm like, Zariah really made the whole day about her to the fact that where he couldn't even go see his daughter. Like what? So I guess she decided today she gonna go. They getting ready. They going. Okay. The mom was like, next time y'all invite me over here, y'all need to move because I'm not doing these stairs. They get in a car and they leave. On the way there, Zariah's like super, her anxiety's kicking up. His anxiety's kicking up. They go to his sister's house and his cousin's there. I think two of his cousins are there and his sister is there. And they having like a party for him in the backyard, like a welcome home party. And everybody's like, welcoming and they miss him and they love him. And his sister's emotional. And Zariah was talking to his sister about like, how does she feel about Troy being home? And she was saying how she's happy that she's home, but she's sad that he's living with Zariah in Syracuse where she is because he doesn't have any family up in that city. And what happened yesterday, all that stuff, she wished that, family lived up there in case some stuff happened like that before. Again, you know what I mean? And she was like, he didn't have a phone or anything like that. So, she was just like worried for him, like any sister, would be. And so Zariah was asking, like, so who's bringing, baby Troy? So I think his daughter's name is Troy. I don't know. But the baby mama, there was like, Yana's bringing the baby. So she went back over there with Troy. Her anxiety started coming up. She was like, don't play with me because if I gotta leave, I'm gonna walk off. And I'm like, girl, I know you're not about to start making this moment about you again, because it's not about you, Oriana. It's about the little girl. It's about the little girl. And I'm like, ain't she a preacher's kid? She really acting like this? Like, the way she been acting, I'm just like... So then they come back with Kim and Joey, and Joey's leaving in the car that Kim bought him, and he leaving to go see his ex-girlfriend at the park. And basically, he keep calling her dumb bees and stuff like this. Like, I'm gonna go meet with this dumb bee. But it's like, are you not that smart either? Because you're connecting with her, and we only connect with people that we kind of see ourselves in a way, I think. But anyways, so yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go meet this dumb bee. I want to ask her why she's trying to ruin my relationship, but it's like, you're conversating with her and leading her on. That's why she's trying to ruin your relationship. Like, no accountability, just disrespect and wild behavior from Joey. And Kim was just standing on the porch, asking him, where are you going? While he drives away, after he snatched the phone she bought him out of her hand, get in the car she bought him, and drive away with, I'm sure, gas that she put in there, and the new $2,000 rims and tires that she just bought, and him ditching her at the engagement party that she just spent all this money on. But hey, it's fun here in Kim's world, right? Not so much. So they ended the episode with Daniel's release date, and I'm like, I love release days. I love release days. Like yes. So basically, it's the morning of. Bianca's getting ready. You know, she put on her makeup, and she pissed because his family is gonna be there to see him when he gets released as well. And I'm like, well, girl, that is his family, and like his family has been there for him. It wasn't, you know what I mean? Like what? So, you know, all of the clothes that she got, she feel like it's skimpy, but she put on the less skimpy thing that she had. She guessed it was like this blue top, and I'm like, well, that still look kind of skimpy. And then the pants that she put on, it was like black pants. I mean, they weren't skimpy pants, but anyway, she got her poster. There you go. The family's waiting at the jail, you know, for him to be released, taking selfies, all type of stuff. They have a girl cousin who is there as well. I guess she talked to Bianca on the phone, but this is the first time she met her in person. And the mom and dad get on there, and the mom's telling us how she, you know, wishes that it works or hopes that it works, but she has her doubts because she feels like Bianca is addicted to alcohol, and she don't want her son to relapse and get into alcohol or drugs, so she's just worried about her son. And I'm like, understandable, like any mom should. But she was also trying to like knock down Bianca. She's like, she's a nice girl, and it's like, I cannot. It's like the nice nasty, you know what I mean? And then the cousin, I mean, Bianca got there. She get there with her poster, and the cousin starts like basically grilling her. The boy cousin that she met at the bar with them, he basically started grilling her and stuff like that. And then he get on there and tell us about them being engaged. Basically, he don't feel like they're engaged because she ain't got no ring on her finger. And she's like, well, he asked me, and he's like, okay. And then he get on there and tell us that he's expecting in a week for Daniel to be calling him with drama. He's like, I'm not hoping that, but I'm just expecting that. And I'm like, okay, cousin. That's it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And like, share, subscribe, comment. You know, what do you guys think about everything that happened? What do you guys think about the whole situation with True bonding out to not Shanta like I thought he was going to do? I was kind of shocked. And what do you think about the whole getting out with Daniel situation and Letitia and all of them, and Hope and Arthur? Oh my gosh, like they never let me down. But I guess they have like a 5E version that's coming out, so you know I will be watching that as well. But I'm like, how do they be doing this show? Like, what's a 5E? Like, huh? So I don't know, but we're gonna be watching that. Like, share, subscribe, start a conversation in the comments. Come on, engage. And I love you guys.